All right, well, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High in your house shall bless you all day. By His mercies you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall body too and naturally alive. And yeah, man, I just want to get into this, man, because let's go, First John 5 real quick. Because a lot of times too, that's why, like, a lot like Jeremiah 6 and 2. Let's go Jeremiah 6 and 2 real quick. It says, I have likened the door of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So let's go First John 5 real quick. Yeah, and 3. Because you know what it is too. A lot of times, man, this is why the Most High in house shall cleanse our people, like to a woman. To know how people operate, you have to know how women and children operate, man. Because a lot of times, like I noticed this too with this like modern day, because it's no different, honestly, than our people than men. But because it's spiritually maturing, you realize you try to take with it, like the gender dynamics. I mean, there's just different natures, but at the end of the day, it's just human nature. It's the sons of Adam nature, honestly, with things, man. Like Michael Jackson says, it's human nature, honestly. This is what it is. This is behavior, but a lot of times too, with even the simple stuff, like why a lot of times, women they deem be obedient to a man, a husband or whatever, as as being somebody's slave or a servant, or it's so bad. Because I seen this new trailer come out, honestly, for this movie. It's kind of a lot of propaganda in that, because that's what they try to make it seem like, pretty much women staying at home and stuff like that, or or stuff like that. The basic things they ask women to do is like just so much, but really it's really honestly but for the most part, unless that man's like the word says, don't be a lion in your household. But a lot of times too, what a lot of men ask for is things is really basic. Honestly, it's the fact that the women, especially in the Western side, I should say, in the Western world, they just don't want to do it. It's no different than people with the Most High house shot, man. People just don't know when to do it, because what we're about to read here real quick is like it says, His commandments aren't grievous, man. It's not really too much. Not only just the Torah, the law, but disobeying His word. Honestly, that's all He's asking for, honestly. But people just don't want to do it. That's why it comes off that, oh man, He has all these demands. But really, if you look at it, it's really not. People just don't want to do it. That's why He cleanses us to a woman, honestly. So now don't get twisted. There are a lot of men out there, honestly. They do want to be like Sirach says, a lion in their household wants to, because it's certain things certain people, you might see certain men, they might ask or the woman to do. So all right, come on, man, that's really kind of pushing, honestly. But even still with that though, with the woman, she still has to be obedient, because the Most High in house child, those that don't know God's not gonna care about that. The other day, it's like my brother said, man, because a lot of times he was going into how say somebody, they a family, they have a lot of children, right? And they always say by that last children they're tired, but still you still have to instill values and principles and raise them right, because at the end of the day, like my brother said, the Most High, He not gonna care about that. The Most High house shot, still not gonna care about that if he was tired or not. I mean, we get it from the natural standpoint. Yeah, it could be a lot, but even still, you decided to do that. But anyway, but point being is that a lot of times too, just the basic necessities, things that most men ask for, it's not even a lot per se. It's just no, is there a segment of men that do kind of go over the board, over the top, and are lying in their household? Yes, but for the most part, it's not. But it's no different from our people, man, with the Most High house I was asking for, man. It's not honestly a lot, but people just don't want to do it, honestly, per se. So let's get to First John 5 and 3. Then we're gonna close out. It says, For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not burdensome, yeah, or not grievous, not burdensome, man. Because even that, with Yahweh shall say, He's gonna make that burden light, honestly. But you hear it's the aspect of it too, man. People honestly don't like when other people treat them well, man. They don't. I just noticed this current storyline with the lady, the reporter in Jacksonville, man. She got a lot of flack for because they lost in the wild card round, and she just congratulated the coach. And people are just well, a lot of people, we live in a cold world that likes negativity, but people don't like when. But a lot of people don't like when to be treated well, because it's something that they're not used to, honestly. I mean, I get it because we live in a God deceitful world, and people got done wrong, honestly, and a lot of people haven't healed from that. But so I understand from that point because you live in cold, God, and deceitful world. So I get that. But also too, people just don't like kindness. Man, that's why a lot of people don't like the Most High House's kindness. So I say that to say because yeah, he made the the Most High House made our burdens light. But but during the time our ancestors, our forefathers, we loved the Pharisees what they was doing, even though they was placing a lot of burdens on people and really oppressing like us. But that's just is what it is. That's kind of it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's like hence like the women. A lot of times you wonder why women go back to domestic violence, situations, man, because there's sometimes that's just that's all they know, and two, they might actually like don't want to change that environment, might like that environment. So it is what it is, man. But I say it to say, man, but the Most High Yahushua's commandments aren't grievous, man. It's no different from like women when they when they don't want to do certain things. Not all women, the Western liberal women, I should say, in this side, honestly. So the mother goddess, divine feminine woman, those kind of what's being pushed on now. But anyway, man. So hopefully it's edifying. So yeah, peace.